Bethany Martinez, and I'm with Related ISG. I also serve on the Leadership Council for 2018, and I'm going to be on for 2019 for the YPN, Miami YPN.
Hi, I'm Megan Probst with Compass Real Estate, and I'm a broker associate with the company, and I'm also on the Leadership Council with Bethany.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about an elective that we took. An elective was a course that we had to take to complete our ABR designation that we took before that, and that was the Accredited Buyers Designation course. So the elective that we recently took is Real Estate Investing, Building Wealth, Representing Investors, and Becoming an Investor Yourself. Bring us into it. Just let me know how because you got a lot from the first course.
I was definitely excited about this course because I primarily work with first-time home buyers and home buyers that are looking at homes for their primary residence. And it's a very different mindset. It's a very emotional process. People fall in love with homes. They can envision themselves raising their families there. And recently, the investors that I've been working with, have really changed it up for me. They're all about numbers. There's no emotion involved. Yeah. They're very knowledgeable, and they're very patient. And if they don't hit the quota for their return on investment, they're ready to move on to the next. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to take a course that was very thorough on the characteristics of investors, how to really service them. I thought that there was a very interesting statistics that 19% of investors make up all transactions. So I feel like this is a huge pool that's not really being serviced that well. And if you take advantage of it, investors typically are buying multiple properties, and they normally buy on average every 5 years. So there's if you know,
there's way more opportunity. So if you're just focusing on buyers, and you're missing a whole other market because investors are also buyers, but you do have to learn how to work with them. So me being that I just invested into a property myself last year, I wish I would have taken this course last year because it gave me so much insight. It basically mapped out a plan, goal setting on how to locate your first property, and then how to allocate what types of property. It really goes in depth with numbers as well.
Budgeting.
Yeah, budgeting. They give you spreadsheets to use. And then it even taps into what you should have as an investor, like building a team, good financial advisors, property managers. Mm-hmm. And then there's a small part of the course that even gives you property managing tips, what to look out for, how to go about it. As real estate agents, I learned that we are allowed to be property managers with our license. Do we want to take that liability? Maybe not, but we'd have to,
That was a great point because I reached out to some colleagues because I've been asked for rental properties.
And I feel like investors sometimes they want you to be the property manager at the same time. So they not only want you to find the property, but they want you to find the tenant, and then they want you to find everything else. But then you realize you're property managing. Are you getting paid for that?
Hope so.
Is the liability worth it? Is it better to just hire a company? So for me, being an investor and starting that route in my career, it was so good to have that knowledge, even after the fact, because I was doing things all backwards and out of order, and this basically just put it into order and then fine-tuned it for me. So it was awesome.
Yeah, and our market is changing in South Florida. It's very attractive to the Northeast with tax reform. A lot of buyers that are looking at South Florida as a long-term plan for retirement are now looking at it as an investment home that they can buy now, save on taxes, and take advantage of a lower tax state. So being able to be there and bridge that gap between now and then is really important. One of the points that they talked about was the regulatory knowledge, which I think is very important for South Florida because we have a lot of people looking to do Airbnb.
Yeah, I think a lot of cities, investors are like, I want to buy a property and I want to Airbnb it. Yeah. Little did I even know before that before going into a property, you have to call the city for the zoning. Yes. You have to verify if Airbnb is allowed. Then you have to check what kind of certificates you have to get to have Airbnb. It's all there, and it's mapped out in this amazing book that they give you. I mean, it's thorough.
Great
it has
tools.
pages.
Yes.
Every course that you get comes with one of these books, so it's not like you're just taking this information and writing everything down. You actually get to go home with it. But
a library and online too,
And online.
the resources that they have.
yeah, once you take the course, you have access to material that's online, links to different websites that you can be a part of now, where you can go and sign up and get even more information. The accredited buyers course actually gave us marketing material that you can use to promote yourself as like with the designation, and specific marketing material that you can use that not all agents have access to. So I thought that was a really good benefit.
Especially if you're going on a listing or buyer presentation, it's great to have these tools that you can explain. You've done further education and you're more knowledgeable. The other point that I found very useful for South Florida and taking this course is that there's an a very high international market. $44 billion in sales are from international investors. So they did cover some of the programs like the 1031 exchange,
Yeah, they did.
and the EB-5 visa, and
They go into that, and then they also go into the type, how you want to structure when you purchase the property, what forms to structure it in, whether it's an S corp, a C corp, LLCs. I mean, they get really in depth. But I mean, if that's not enough to make you want to take the course, then I don't know what is. We're not going to actually give you the whole entire course now, but we basically wanted to give our feedback on everything we learned and how valuable we feel like this knowledge is. And if you're someone that's not utilizing what the association has to offer and taking these classes and taking these courses, we highly encourage you to do so. And that's kind of like what these videos are about, you know, just to give you some insight on what we learned. And I don't even think, every time I tell somebody about the designation,
they're like, what?
Some of them don't even know.
I remember, I think the biggest takeaway was how the instructor started the course, and he said, all of you real estate professionals, raise your hand how many have an income producing property. And it was like 20% of the class. And he said, are you kidding me? You're driving buyers and you're meeting with sellers on a daily basis, and you are not yourself investing in real estate. It was like, bing!
Yeah.
So now that's a goal of mine. I know you've already,
You've tapped into it, luckily, because I've been around that and I've learned a little bit, but it's I'm excited. I'm excited to put this stuff into work. And we hope that you do too. So we hope these videos that we're doing encourage you to learn. And if you want us, continue the journey with us, we're going to review every course that we take at the association and share it with you. So
our next one up is the seller designation course.
Seller designation is going to be September 25th and 26th. It's a 2-day course. It seems pretty lengthy, but you actually need the full 2 days to go over all the material that they give you. And if you can, and if it's possible, sign up. Go to the calendar.
Come join us.
Join us. We'll be there. And then if you miss it, don't worry. You can get our review when we give it to you. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed our review. I'm Bethany Martinez.
And I'm Megan Probst.
And that's all for us. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.